friends, Christy here over at Crafty Christy's Creations, and today we're going to talk about how to use vinyl, and we're talking permanent vinyl and what kind of supplies you need to get started making your first vinyl project, so stay tuned. Alright, so what you see in front of me are all the things you need to get started with vinyl cutting. So of course, first thing first, you need your cutting machine, your Cricut, your Silhouette cutting machine. And then obviously you need some vinyl. We're talking, this is not for clothing, this is to be applied to mailboxes, wall decor, books, drinkware, glass, anything like that. You're going to use a permanent vinyl like this. My favorite is I believe it's called Oracle 651 permanent vinyl. I get it in sheets, and I will link to the pack that I like that I get from Amazon. It comes in a bunch of different colors in 12 by 12 sheets. So there's your permanent vinyl that you need. And then you also need some kind of transfer tape to get your design off of your mat and then to get it over to your project. And this is the transfer tape that I like the most. Again, all the links will be below. I like this one because one, it's got the grids on here. It's not super tacky, so it makes it easy for me to peel it back off and doesn't leave any residue on my projects, especially on wood. I find that's a big deal. And then it also doesn't peel up my paint. I've also used the Cricut brand. They're clear with little gray grid patterns on that one. I like that one when I'm using for glass because it is clear. It's a little bit more see-through than this. So you need some transfer tape, and then you need obviously your mat. I'm to the point now where I use a mat for each different type of material I use. So up here where it has a little arrow on my mat, I just put a V, so I know this is for my vinyl. Obviously you can, if you're a beginner, you're gonna just have your one mat, you use it for everything. And that is totally fine. But I just wanted to give you another option out there if you like to dabble in lots of different things and you're constantly cutting a lot of vinyl. Having a dedicated mat will help prolong the life of your mat. So you need your cutting mat. And then some other tools and supplies you need. You need a good little scraper tool, and you need a good little piercing tool. This has got a nice sharp tip on it, and these are tools that I have picked up at the Dollar Tree. This comes one in a pack for $1.25. It looks very much like the Cricut brand, and it works really well. It's got this nice level piece here. It's not too sharp. And then my little piercing tool here, they come in 2 in a pack for the $1.25 price. And while this piece is a little flimsy, I have not had any issues. I find this really helpful for picking up and weeding out my projects. And then you're going to need a pair of scissors to cut down your vinyl and also your transfer tape. And then you need some kind of lint-free cloth. And for most projects, if you're applying things to basically anything besides wood or paper, you're going to want some rubbing alcohol. So I've just got these little spray bottles that I picked up. I think they were like 2 or 3 in a pack, again from the Dollar Tree. And I filled this with some rubbing alcohol. I do about 1 or 2 sprays on the surface, and then I take my rag and I just wipe it clean. This is just a rag I got from the hospital, and it just is pretty lint-free. Also, a flour sack cloth would be really good too. So that is the supplies you need to get started with your first permanent vinyl project.